Okay, so this is my bias for Thursday. Let's go to the daily. Right. So you can clearly tell that we're just continuing that consolidation, seek and destroy type of profile. This week opened up, head lower, head higher, head lower, continuing that consolidation, phase of price. But we left feather swings at the highs here, right? Yesterday. And reverse away from it, which doesn't make no sense. But so when I was going into today, I seen that ES closed with a PSP and we're opening up near pretty high, near these feather swings here, which I really didn't like this high here, how close it is to this, but versus NQ, which is opening up pretty high. So possibly we could create S&D here, away from this kill level and reverse away from it. Create that second stage PSP, but the framework at that point would be, order paired ranges. The profile would be there's a high of the week C2, reverse into expansion. So we're trying to get a reversal day. And then the SMT would be the second stage crack PSP, right? On the daily, there's strength switching on the floor here. And then price displaced away from that, confirming the reversal or high day. So obviously NQ is the weakest asset. You see that today opened up, right? We V-shaped left feather swings, consolidated, which is a continuation signature, created a gap. And today opened up near that. So we could have definitely created an edge reversal. But I didn't trade 1800 because I wanted to see us take this out. And it did do 2200, which I don't know. I think I didn't trade this because of the wick size. I was like, I don't think we're gonna do anything because of that, but looks like we did something. But there was more to that. But anyway, so yeah, 2200 reached that high. And created the S&T with YM and and Q. There's no PSP here, and then we created that string switch second stage D with YM here, as you can see. So had a PSP. So we created that second stage or string switch second stage D at the reversal. Price displaced away from that, confirming the reversal. So that's technically 2 a.m. high of the day, right? Framework would be internal or order pair ranges, doesn't matter. The profile would be 2 a.m. high of the day, C2 away from that, which confirms the framework or the high of the day. And then 6 a.m. C3, and then 10 a.m. C4 continuation. Today, we're kind of opening up the driver near at the low day, or we are near the key level, so it could be fine. NQ has taken this low out, while ES hasn't taken this low out. So either or, I could trade NQ as the leading asset to reach this low, or I can trade ES as the middle asset to trade into this low. Like I said, either or, it doesn't matter. But so yeah, dropping down to the 1 hour, let's see how we reverse away from this SMT, which was here. As the first stage, which we had S6, or never mind, actually. We had the strong switch here at 5M, and Q created the high at 5M here. So it'd be like this, you can say. And then that's when the last is V-shape, which was formed perfectly right before 6 a.m. opened. So GXT continuation sequence. Pretty clean. Obviously, it's a random ass time, in my opinion, but nevertheless, we hit a key level. We have strength switch 6 SMT, the daily supports, even the daily profile supports, the 4-hour supports, right? The 1 hour 30 minutes aligned. We have the strength switch 6 SMT at the reversal. I mean, ideally, we do reverse away from this or continue from this swing point. But so yeah, it's a valid for sure, but it's a random ass time though. So yeah, we've just taken this low out. So ADM created a gap, right? There's no PSP. Why would it? Oh, yeah, we're definitely create S&P fill with that. With the ES as well, maybe. No. Or no, it's just with YM. Because YM is the lagging asset, so of course it's going to be the asset that's going to be showing more weakness. Even over ES versus ES. So yeah, I buy bearish. I want to see continuation lower. Assuming the high days put him or with an intraday continuation. I want to see continuation lower to reach for this low on NQ, this low on ES. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade during the driver today. I feel like every time I trade during the driver, I always get fucked over. Even when it's clean. So, but into the balls, bro. But anyways, so yeah, the scalpels during the driver, which is going to be S&P full. Which actually I didn't even think about it. We don't need to see string switching. Right, we know this is supposed to be for multiple reasons, right? What it all has to do with the reversal, the V-shaped lower, right? And we have the string switch at the reversal, so that typically means all assets are going to reach the same target level. And the lead asset has a reason to continue beyond that S&P low. This is not even the major on liquidity, so this shouldn't reverse spreads. So that's makes everything more high probability for this asset to catch up. And then the close proximity S&P, right? Perform this S&P with an OT, with a deep discount, creating those failure swings, close proximity to those, or S&P. So this is likely any move away is going to be retracement. And then the phase of price, where we're kind of consolidating after creating S&P. So what's going to cap off the retracement at key level, like a gap, right? This would be a gap that was created within the continuation of the 6 AM 4 candle. So we're pretty much creating the GXT line sequence during 9 AM during the driver. So if I were to trade the lag, let's say the lead nesting reversal towards drawing liquidity, then I have to see that 6 HPSP has to be filled. We're not going to get that. So if it's going to be anything, it's going to be S&P fill. The ES. Either on the 1 hour or 30-minute. Maybe with these guys gaps up here, maybe YM trades in or NQ trades in this gap. Oh, ES or yeah, ES doesn't. Okay. That could be possible or valid. I might take it. But anyways, see what's my best. I haven't even checked out metals yet, so. Alright, so metals is continuing from. It's continuing lower to reach for this low. Obviously, silver's the weakest. We've seen that this week opened up, had a lower, had a higher, but then created like S&P filling away. And then printed C2, C3 on Wednesday, Thursday C4. Gold is ass. Anyways, C4. Okay, yeah, there was no refining level, but we opened up, immediately expanded lower at that point, created a gap for 2M to continue from C2, which was our second stage PSP has to be full. Once, yeah, it's actually interesting. So it's strength towards second stage PSP as well. Once stronger, now weaker. But this is also PSP, S&P full. It's a weird S&P sequence. But then we also formed this. It's hella fucking weird. There's like 3 different fucking sequences in one key level within the same key level pretty much. So yeah, anyways. So yeah, 6 AM GXT line sequence C2 reverse into expansion. You can also trade gold as allowing us to catch up. So the frame would be international. Profile would be technically trying to count this SMT. Profile would be 6 AM C2 Asia reversal high day 6 AM GXT relining FR, GXT line sequence relining FR expansion candle with the daily expansion candle. C2 reverse into expansion candle. And then the SMT would be a strength switch 6 stage SMT fill. much silver is going to reach its low soon. Could be happening during this candle. Then maybe we trade 10 C3 as the lagging asset on gold, right? And continuation to break this SMT. Let's check this out though. Yeah, it's pretty shit because we traded back into it here. So technically it was here. Then we decided to resweep. It's pretty shit. We held it though and then displaced away, so that's important, but I guess. I know it was right here actually. So technically it wasn't. Technically it was right here. Did it create 2 stage though? String switch? Nevertheless. So we should have held it here. It should have been high of day. But we obviously felt it really displaced away from that. The price reswapped and then that displacement. Yeah, I'm creating this future 30-minute gap, hourly gap. So yeah, I think the only way I would trade this is if I'm trading gold as lag and SO to catch up to silver to break this SMT with extra orange liquidity on the daily. So I'll just wait for that. Anyways, it's good. It's good to see gold is bearish, metals is bearish, aligned with indices. I mean, oil kind of looks bullish, kind of gap lower. The SPA is hella weird, but we took out these highs. Should be bullish. That makes sense to retrace. Stop filling with the highs, but we have a second stage PSP with RB or HCL. And this is a strong switch, right? Once weaker, now stronger. The strong switch here needs to catch up to RB or HO. So I mean, this looks bullish. We're at SPA though, but we look bullish. So this supports the bearish bias on the indices and all that. So let me go over this again because I feel like I wasn't really detailed with this. Okay, we formed that strength switch, second stage SMT at the Oracle. Price displaced away from that, creating a gap. And when we displaced away from the strength switch, we created the SMT because you know, they lead in SR, because ES is obviously the lag in SR in the middle. So we're essentially trading ES as the middle asset in continuation away from the universal sequence. If this gap doesn't hold, then this SMT is fake, right? But we created this strength switch second SMT prior to 6am open, so when 6am expanded lower, it created a large wick, which eliminates the possibility for a bullish expansion candle. And we created this gap below the opening price of the 6M4 candle. So we should use this gap in continuation to realign a 1 hour expansion candle with the already pre-existing whatever or already aligned expansion candle on the far right, pretty much, I guess. Because 6AM is already aligned with that bearish expansion wave, that small wick. So we're just waiting for the 1 hour to realign. So looks like we're about to create some default at 9:15 DS. We'll see if we hold that. Possibly. But we technically do have the confirmation to the universal sequence being S&P fill, no matter what with YM. So we know YM is probably not going to trade that gap. Maybe. So but I can't trade the leading asset in continuation or in reversal because you can trade either ES is the lagging asset to trade to this low, or NQ is the leading asset to trade to this low, right? And technically, you don't really need to see strong switching on ES to catch up to NQ because NQ has a reason to continue. This low is not really a prominent low because it's SMT with a feather swing. See the close proximity between this low and this low. So this low isn't at relevant level, showing reverse price. This is the overall drawn liquidity, which makes everything much more high probability for this size to catch up, right? I've already said that, but I can't trade this because unless we create this string switch via SMD fill and we hold it, then maybe I could. It's gonna be a little bit risky down the driver, but I might still take it. That's the only scenario. I can't trade the lead asset though, because if I'm gonna trade the lead asset in reversal away from the universal sequence, right? Either I trade the initial string switch swing points, the swing points that are creating the string switch, or I wait for the dissolution away gap, and then I trade the continuation away from the gap, away from 6-edge PSP SMB fill, which we don't have that here. This is not a PSP. So if this was like a PSP bearish closure, and then we sweep that high out, creating that, I guess, string switch 6-edge PSP SMB fill, then it would be valid to trade um, the reverse away from this gap range. But in reality, if we hold this SMB fill on ES, I really want to see that string switch, so I'm gonna demand it no matter what. If we hold that, which I don't think we will, but if we hold it going into the driver, like maybe if we create that SMB fill, then 930, 9 AM on the 30-minute reverses, creates that C2, and then 930 opens up. 930 should just continue from that, so it could be valid. We'll see. That's a possibility. If we don't hold that 30-minute or hourly SMB fill and create that 30-minute C2 at 9 AM, 930 C3, then the second scenario would be SMB fill in the 90-minute during 9 AM. That could possibly happen. So, all right. So NQ is trading to that 90-minute or hourly gap or 30-minute gap here. While ES is still holding that hourly gap SMB fill, which is great. So I mean, ideally we just reverse away from this right away, but we only have 8 minutes till this candle closes, so it might not happen. So we'll see if going to the driver, probably not, but the driver just opens up and heads lower right away and holds that SMB fill. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if we hold this SMB fill, right, obviously the driver's opening up with any kill level, so it should just expand away right away. But and if we do create that clean V shape and provide a clean entry on the 5 and 3 minute, I think ideally I want to risk like only 200 just to make back what I lost yesterday, and then some profit, right? But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like that CSC. It's gonna be pretty big. Damn. I don't like that. Actually, fuck. That's actually pretty shit. If I were to get that, I mean, my stop would have to be like right there. That's horrible. Risking 200 to gain 400. Like, is that worth it? Nah. At that point, I would rather risk 300 to 400 bucks just to take that. Anyways, yeah, no, definitely not worth it. One thing that's great to see as well, there's just no strong switch here. Just equal lows. Anyways, we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the driver opens. Will we hold this SMB string SMB fill via string switch SMB fill? We could possibly, once we create this SMT with this long NQ, to be pretty spaced out SMT, and we could possibly reverse away from that going into 10 AM because 6 AM doesn't support that bullish expansion right now. And we can trade like ES or YM higher. One thing I don't like though is the daily wick size is a little bit large, and the profile maybe open higher first doesn't really support the bullish framework. So I mean that's honestly very shitty. So that makes everything a bit lower, just low probability for sure. But we got 15 seconds. We'll see if we hold this SMB fill. Or not. Oh, yeah, no. We immediately trade into it. So that's invalidation. There you go. Yeah, look at that, bro. Hey, I mean, come on. Ideally, one takes this high out. Sure, fuck that is, but one is so fucking shitty. See what happens. All right, so YM, you know, we could have that string switch via current high, right? With ES. We clearly failed to reverse away from that. We could just consolidate them below failure strings. So it makes sense for the driver to continue higher. But ideally the driver takes this high out and we hold the SMT with current high on NQ and ES. And then maybe YM, you know, obviously creates string switching at the reversal, which would confirm you would have to see that because we're so decoupled right now. But I mean, obviously, I would have to see that no matter what if I'm going to trade the reversal. But right now, this is a complete validation because we're disrespecting this string switch here. And there's no, obviously, there's no confirmation to the gaps. There's no way. It's just not clean. Ideally, YM takes this out. So yeah, and maybe create a string switch 50-minute PSP. That would actually be clean, but technically, I can't trade this during the driver away from these gaps because of the S&P sequence and all that, because of YM. But technically, I would have to count this as a whole new reversal because we're disrespecting the original SMT or reversal, the string switch double sweep on NQ or string switch SMT on the ES here. So yeah, I mean, either NQ does this, it's high, creates that string switch second state SMT for me to capitalize on NQ the reversal to this low, or NQ reaches this low, creates SMT with it, and I frame reverse away from this area, but again, not really clean because of the daily profile. Right, we open higher first, daily wick size is large, so the daily profile doesn't support me to fade the daily candle bullishly, to trade this daily candle as a reversal candle bullishly. And you know, but yeah, I know. So I mean, this is really up, man. Gold could still provide us maybe a async clean setup version of it. I just think that if we open higher first, and we have that large wick. So, although I think ES is super clean to go higher. God, this fucking. You pretty much have to go off of like SMT intraday PA, right? But it makes sense. It could be logical to form a reversal from this low on NQ because it's gonna be space SMT because ES is leaving failure swings at the highs here. But it's just the daily profile and the larger wick below the open price, so that's not really supporting the bullish framework. So that's hard. I don't think I'm gonna trade that. Honestly, I think its shorts would still be cleaner. Like NQ right now is reaching this low. ES is on its way to reaching this low. So possibly once ES breaks this SMT, then hold the SMT with these lows here with the NQ. We can go higher, but I think that actually would be cleaner because of the fact that I can't long this. I can't trade the reversal bullshit because of the daily profile, because of the daily wick size, right? I would have, okay, I can't fucking speak right now. Fucking hell, man. If price opened lower at first, right, then I could fade this daily candle bullshit. The fact that we open higher than lower, it's a delayed profile at that point. And because it's a delayed profile, that means I can't fade this daily candle bullshit because of the large wick, right? I mean, because of the daily profile, but So yeah, I can't trade this bullshit away from, like, if we form a string switch second stage SP at this reversal here. I can't trade that bullshit because of the daily profile. So I think that instead it would be clean if YM took this high out here, right? And then we formed a string switch second stage of T, and then reversed away from that. The problem is the daily profile and YM is completely seek and destroy. But I think bearishness is still cleaner today. But yeah, you can tell it's seek and destroy. Like we range low, range high, range low, range high, etc., etc. So I mean, like if it did hit higher, take this high, it actually makes sense. If we form string switch second stage S&P, it would make sense to even if we don't, it would make sense to react off this high and return back in the range to target this low. Whatever. But yeah, at this point we've reached the draw on liquidity on NQ. I don't believe that we're going to continue through it. So Titanium C2 reversal into expansion going away from that for sure. But like I said, daily is at large wick. The daily profile we open higher first, doesn't support the narrative for me to trade bullshit away from that. So sadly, same with the ES. Unless we continue lower to reach for this low, but I highly doubt it. It's pretty far, and this S&P is pretty spaced out. So we already decoupled PA right now, and there's like YM. I can't trade bullshit. Like, what the fuck are we gonna reverse away from? That's prominent. Maybe, I guess, we could hold this S&T here with YM and possibly trade YM bullishly to target these further swings. I guess that's another possible scenario that could happen for sure. It's gonna, I think, live low. I mean, it could definitely work. I mean, the daily supports the bull expansion, the 4 going into 10 most likely will. And then the 1 hour 30 minute, I would have to see like a strike switch, and I don't see a PSP forming. And that's ideally what we do, because unless we close like up here maybe, and we form like a string switch like this, that possibly, I don't know. But if we get string switch at the reversal down here, it could make sense to long that to these highs and then maybe short away from these highs down back to the open price or to these lows because of the seek and destroy profile. But yeah, this PI is hard today. I don't want to overthink it. I'm not gonna fucking worry about it. Gold still has a reason to continue lower, or metals in general, so no. Continuing that framework, internal, external. So either we hit this low, fail to manipulate it, and we trade gold as the lagging asset to catch up and break that, or we do form some form of strength switch second stage S&T away from that. Then we can trade gold as a lean asset to fade the daily candle, because this is actually a valid day to fade, right? To trade as a reversal C2 reversal candle bullishly, because the day opens up here and it opens lower at first, so it supports that bullish framework. So I mean, if we do get string switch second stage S&T here, then I could trade the reversal away from that. That's possible. But if I don't get that, and then we're clearly failing to put on silver, then yeah, definitely we can trade gold as lagging asset to catch up and break this S&T. Right, but anyways, I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because of the fact that the daily profile doesn't support the narrative to fade this daily candle, it doesn't mean that we're not going to reverse away from the slow, right? NQ is leading asset bearishly, and has, we're trading a reversal day, so it's like it's kind of hard to determine what we're going to do. We're bearish. We are trading a reversal day bearishly. And we've already reached the draw on liquidity on NQ, creating S&P with it. So it's like I can't really anticipate NQ to continue lower. Can't really anticipate a YM to catch up because of the daily profile. And I can't really, I don't think ES is going to catch up as well to reach this low because it's so far from price, and technically we created S&P with this low at first. So in reality, it should be S&P break on ES with this low. We hold the S&P with this low on NQ and we reverse away from it, right? And NQ, so it's like realistically, the only thing I can really do today that I think is clean is trade bullishly on YM to target these further swings here. Because we know that we failed to reach them. It's like, what are we worst away from at that point? So, you know, ideally this is a retracement, and we have some form of strength twitch second stage SMT at the reversal, right? And, but, I mean, in reality, I guess I could trade ES as lagging asset to catch up to this low, but it could be possible. So either I do that, maybe I do trade ES as lagging asset to catch up to this low, possibly. Could be possible still, I guess, but, or I trade YM bullishly if we have a nice reversal away from these lows here. Or I trade metals and I wonder if there was an entry here. Shit. I'm gonna wait for 6 AM. Like I said, I wanted to wait for silver to reach a low and then see if it's valid to trade gold as the lagging asset to break that SMT. Because I don't really don't fuck with metals right now, honestly. Maybe I'm overthinking it, I don't know, but there could definitely be, I mean, silver being the leading asset bearishly still has a reason to continue. So, I mean, realistically, this is definitely a gap here, so if we have SMT, I would have to see that second stage PSP has to be full if I were to trade this C2. We didn't form it, so the only thing I can really do is either wait for silver to reach its low and then determine if it's follow SMP or not. Obviously it is because of the close proximity, right? We're creating those feather swings. All assets V-shaped or lower. We have that strength which at the reversal. Everything checks the boxes for this being feather SMP. But if we form, so then at that point I could possibly trade gold as the lagging asset in continuation to break this, or if we do actually clearly manipulate away from this low, create that strength switch second stage SMT away from it, then I can possibly trade gold as a leading asset to fade this daily candle and target internal liquidity like this high, pretty much. So there is some possible trade ideas today. It just comes down to my ballsy enough to take them. Is it worth it? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, possibly. I think I will complicate that a little bit. But possibly YM, because of how close it is to these lows, we can create that strong switch second stage SP. Like so. If we take out these lows here, it has to take out these lows as well. I don't want to see price sweep this low out and then not take these lows out. Then I would just trade YM as the lead asset. The daily profile supports price to reject away from these lows, right? Because we know it's going to have a hard time expanding beyond the extremes. So ideally 10 opens lower. Create that strong switch second stage SP. Give that nice V shape away from on the 5 or 3 minute. I'll take that because the 1 or 3 minute at that point, the 4 and daily for YM being lead asset bullishly supports that bullish framework. So I'll take that as a possible trade. It makes sense there. So this pretty much the strength switch second stage SP should cap off this retracement to target these further swings. Confirm the low day, etc. etc. One thing that's a little bit unclean though, if we do form that strength switch second stage SMT at the reversal, it's kind of unclean that yes, at 9:30 didn't break this SMT. But then again, I guess it would still be, I mean, yeah, nah. That's pretty shitty, bro. I don't know if I want to take the honestly, this day is probably a skip day. Okay, so on the hourly at 9 a.m., we technically did close with a strength switch, but it wasn't with NQ, right? Because NYM closed bearishly. It was one stronger, now it's bearish at 9 a.m. Go to ES. It was, you know, it's bullish at 9 a.m. So it's just not what the asset that we wanted the strength switch to form with, I guess. So it's really unclean. I don't like this shit, bro. But yeah, it looks like we're not forming any strength switch at the reversal. So just gotta wait for anything that's clean, pretty much. You know, I'm sitting on my hands. There's nothing clean, so there's no point. You know, I'm not gonna overthink it. Just no trade. Metals still haven't reached anything key. You know, we have sub just low, so there's no confirmation to trade the leading asset into that low. So, don't know if there is. I don't think there is. Maybe. Maybe. There isn't. So if this was a PSP, and then one of the assets traded into that, see this asset, then that would be a continuation second stage PSP has to be full, which would be valid to trade 10 a.m. C2 roasting expansion on that 1 hour 30 minute, I guess, as the GXT roar sequence. But at that point, you know, if we created that SMT and then the V shape away on the 5 hour 30 minute, which would confirm the higher this 1 hour candle than the 1 hour 30 minute 4 hour daily would align. We have a reason to continue. Technically, would be the universal sequence, right? Because we have these strengths, which second stage figure displacement gap. We have a reason to continue, right? But there's no PSP there, so maybe on the 90 minute we create a PSP. That could be another, because as price, as time prints, that's when we, you know, and price expands and shit, that's when we create higher different gaps. So if we don't reverse away from this 30-minute gap, then the high at 930 here would be a new hourly gap, which it is. If we don't reverse away from that hourly gap, then the high would be a new 90-minute gap. So we would have to reverse away from that, and then so on and so on, right? But yeah, right now there's no confirmation on gold, so or metals. So yeah, possibly the new 90-minute can open 1030. Will create that strength switch second stage SMT. That would be pretty clean. This candle heads lower. Takes out this low. Then the new 90 can opens up and does this here. Alright, so 1030 is open up in 40 seconds, and I hate how YM is reverse and higher like this. Ideally, we open up lower or down here at 1030 so that we can create that strength switch second stage SMT. So we're probably not going to create it now, which means I can't trade YM as lead asset in reversal towards these fairly swing straight. So I'm pretty much waiting. Right now there is technically a strength switch second stage SMT here, right? But that literally is ass because this SMT does not matter. It's not away from the key level. Right on YM and shut. So I need to actually see strength switch second stage SMT away from the actual prominent key level in order to count it as prominent SMT or a prominent reversal. Yeah, this PA is fucking horrible. Horrible. Very fucking boring. So I'm just waiting for anything clean. So yeah, the last resort for what I can do today is, it's probably gonna be during 12 as well, is YM. YM needs to hit this high. And then we need to form strength switch second stage and P away from that. And then I can trade ES as the middle asset to target these further swings here to break this SMT. So it's like literally the only thing that price can do today. And then gold metals. Still haven't done shit. So I haven't reached the drawn liquidity on silver. So we're in a consolidation right now. Maybe we, yeah, honestly, I'm not careless about that. It's not going to be a problem entry for me. So, alright. So it's about to be 11, or it's 11 right now. It's about to be 12, and I have to wait for 12. And what I want to see is, like I said, there was no string switch at the Euroso here. I don't really care about the displacement higher because the RR is going to be ass to reach this high. And once we do reach this high, we know it's going to be it's a relevant swing, and you know today's going to have a hard time expanding beyond these highs because of the daily profile. Right, the daily profile doesn't really support expansion. So this is like the perfect area for to cap off the daily range and to return back into the daily range because of the daily, seek and destroy profile. So it could make sense to reverse away from the side. Essentially, this is pretty much going to be S&P break here because this is technically the high on Lime. We took that here, right? Clearly failed to manipulate it. So it's pretty much going to be S&P break with YM, but YM right now is holding the S&P with current AI, with ES and NQ. And clearly NQ is failing to manipulate this low, which is great to see. So, I mean, if we hold this SMD from string switching to confirm this SMD, then I could trade the reversal away from that. The daily would support. The 4-hour doesn't support because 10 AM opened up here. We have that large wick. So therefore, I have to wait for the new 6-hour open, 12, in order to fade this 10 AM 4-hour candle. Also, a good thing to see is that this 10 AM candle open higher first, and I'll be positioning myself in premium of this candle's range from the opening to the high. So I'll be in premium, which is great. So the 6-hour will support, and then the 1 hour 30 minute will support as long as we have that string switch. Second stage is T, V-shape away, right? So I just gotta wait for this level to get hit, and then see demand reversal signatures. So I'm just being patient. Again, gold or silver still hasn't reached this low, so there's nothing going on here. This is not a PSP, right? I know that new dynamic can open. Do a PSP. We don't have a PSP, so you can't trade this bearishly. I can't anyways. We do have S&T fill, but with gold. So maybe that confirms the gap, the universal sequence, and we go lower to target this low, and then once we take this low out, then I can determine if trading gold, the lagging asset, and continuation to break the SP is prominent, or if we're going to fade the daily candle and reverse away from this low. But as right now, it's neutral on gold until we hit a key level, or hit this low. So I know what I'm waiting for, which I'm very grateful for, despite the fact that today is really pretty unclean. SMT, Sync, everything's pretty clean in that sense. So you could say the reversal down here is prominent because there is actually a string switch second stage PSP. But it's the fact that or YM left these lows, leaving failure strings, is honestly super shitty. So if the reversal is asked, but what do I demand? Displacement away, universal sequence. Looks like we're going to create the continuation second stage PSP STP fill at going into 11:30, like that. But again, the RR is ass, and I really don't want to be entering within premium with this daily profile. So yeah, just simply waiting for this reversal here. Look how clean this looks, bro. This is such a clean framework. Actually, wait, there was more to that. Yeah, the string switch down here was ass because not only because of why I'm leaving these further swings, but because we didn't form that string switch with the actual asset that I wanted the string switch to form with, being NQ. And ES left with these failure swings. So it's pretty shit. So yeah, I just want to mention that. So we have some form of a string switch second stage SFT fill. So this probably does some price target. Confirming the universal sequence to reach these items on one. and this is 11:30, which is literally perfect. Alright, again, this is technically a form of string switching via swing penalty, but it's not away from any key level, so it's not proper framework. So it's not bad. And I don't like how 12 or 11:30 is doing this. Now 12 has to head all the way up to here to put that large work, so this is probably an invalidation, to be honest. Alright, one is not doing what I wanted to do, so ideally this can close up here, and then 12 can just head higher and take this eye out. Therefore 12 will have that small wick. The daily will support the rare expansion, the 4-hour, or not the 4-hour, but the 6-hour. So I can fade this for the 1 hour thing will support. We'll have the strength switch second stage SMT at the reversal. Which that strength switch is technically the confirmation to the S sync to catch up to NQ, right? To break the SMT to lose. Here. And ideally I trade ES because ES is the middle asset. Daily profile supports other currencies as well. You can say it's kind of a daily profile, but still, you know, these clean feather swings. But ideally I have that strength switch even on just on YM or ES, it really just matters on one of the assets to confirm this SMT with current AI. But that's valid. But we're not getting that, so we're not gonna get that. I mean, you could say it's gonna be a pretty large wick at 12, so I really don't like that. Even ideally that strength switch second stage is filled with some price higher, but it didn't. So, but I mean, yeah, this could have been very clean. So I'll probably just I'll wait till 12, 12:30 around there, 1 p.m. to see price does, but I'm not really a fan of that look size at 12. Okay, so the last option, the last thing that price can do. Yeah, we formed the strength switch second stage SMT, but we didn't hit a key level, right? We're just in chop PA. Makes sense because of the seek and destroy profile online for why price rejected away from current guy like that and edge these size. But nevertheless, that is a shit reversal. No, you can't trust that. But if we displace away and create the universal sequence, then I could possibly trade ES away from that gap to these lows if I get the second stage PSP SMB fill, right? That's like the last thing we can do. Right now, it's not really looking like we want to display slower. It's honestly super high risk, but you never know. If we do that, then I'll probably take it, but we'll see. I'm gonna work out though. Why wait? Look at that delivery. So there was a 15-minute PSP that created the gap. So possibly this could have been the second stage PSP has to be filled to confirm the universal sequence, which would allow me to essentially fade the 30-minute gap to a bit lower probability. But if we actually credit that, then we can assume that this wick is protected, and then we should expand. Right? We shouldn't return back above this or back above this high into this gap because the wick here there was a strength switch or just a reversal sequence. I guess yeah, strength switch sequence within it, but price technically did trade into that gap. It's like equal highs, so it's not prominent. So especially since YM hit or reached current yellow, so we're probably going to react off of that, especially because of the sequence destroy profile. So I'm gonna wait for the 30-minute gap. Hopefully we get some form of like S&P fill. That's all I really need. That's all I really need to see, to be honest, to confirm the universal sequence or the ASIC sync. So it's highly unlikely that we're gonna get the SMT fill here. Oh wait, we got it. YM. Oh yeah, that's a big IC state. Alright, we gotta reshape YM. There we go. Maybe shape away. Holy shit. Okay, that looks strong. That looks pretty strong. I like that. I gotta create that though. I gotta create that. PM, C2, reversal expansion. So if we V-shape away from the string switch via SMB fill, that'll confirm the universal sequence. Or, yeah, sync. The one out there will realigned. Yeah, it does. 6 hour. Weird. The one out there will realigned. 6 hour realigned. The daily will be aligned in the daily profile supports. Rebuild this. So build it. And here we're gonna get it. Actually get this shot. I don't know if I'm going to stuff's gonna be like up here. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay. Gotta extend it out. Gotta extend it a little bit more. That's not good. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna be better to be honest. Nice. I have to do many retest. It's kind of confusing, but technically trading the lag and S in continuation away from the universal sequence. Now we have confirmation to that universal sequence, the gap with SMP film, which is also another, form of string switching. For you to see, I'm happy yes did that. So now I just need to wait for that V shape, and then if I want to confirm the higher this canal is formed. Yeah. Just not really want to go lower yet. Maybe we are, but we're not really. I want to see fucking. I want to see it melt. Just gotta stay patient. Oh, it's so hard. Wait, this is actually could be cleaner. I don't like how we're heading back up, but this would be a better CST to enter off of. Forms. Gladly take that. Gladly take it. Like so. Still holding it. Just gotta see that clean V shape. Will it form? It'd be great if it formed within one candle. I don't see it monkey around like this, bro. If this doesn't hold, then I'll probably just skip today. I don't really. I've told myself that I want to demand S&P fill via string switch S&P fill. I don't want to trade away from this if we create a PSP. It could be claimed if it was like a second stage, a string switch, second stage PSP. Would be higher probability at that point, I guess. But maybe I'll demand that if it doesn't hold this, but it might still hold it. You never know. Kind of seems like it might. Okay, that's a nice V shape so far. In the 1 minute. Might even take it on the 1 minute CC, imagine. That'd be crazy. Be hard to trust that though. Alright, that's a good enough V shape for me. Let's hope it retraces. Alright, but I can honestly trail my stop this high. I should not come up there. We should just fucking displace lever. I'll walk away from this now. They can do whatever it wants to. So hope it plays out. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Before we get this, I hope nobody cares about this, bro. Anything can happen. Can't control the markets. I'm gonna be so mad if this fucking fails, bro. Don't worry about something. Can't worry about it if you can't control it. There's no reason to. I think I was very patient, waited for this. Whatever happens, happens. But still, it's all good. I'll learn from it. That's what matters. I really want to see displacement lower though. On the 5 minute, if we can create that 5 minute CSU, that'd be beautiful. Would be much more high probability. Much more high probability. I'm gonna go grab water. I'm gonna keep the video running though. I mean, if I were to take these off here, go to the daily record. Let's do my top down record. right? The framework order per ranges profile is C2 or SMT expansion, and the SMT would be either the second stage PSP or yeah, pretty much second stage PSP, right? And we could tell like if today was going to continue higher from this day to reach for these highs, probably should have respected EQ pretty range, but we're clearly not, so we should reach for pretty low, which is where my take profit is. But and then yeah, I hate that 4-hour wick. Yeah, on that 4-hour we have the today opened up higher at first, created the SMT here, which is really not that clean because of these highs. Then we created that string switch, second stage SMT, and then just blazed away, creating a gap. This is technically the universal sequence on the 4. I'm kind of curious if there's SMT with that. What we left filler swings, which is SMT, filler SMT. So we know this is likely retracement. But we know that Tenium, we can't trade Tenium because the larger wicks with the wait for 12, the new 6-hour open. And so, we're on 30 minute. See, we created that technically string switch second stage SMT on YM here. It was like here, boom, boom. It's placed away the gap. But this is technically the string switch in itself to catch up and break this SMT. So when we just blazed away like this, gotta hope this holds. We displaced away like this. We created the universal sequence, which pretty much confirms this SMT or this high should hold, or that we're gonna reach for these lows. And so I'm pretty much trading the lagging asset in continuation away from the universal sequence. And now I have confirmation to that universal sequence with strength switch SMT full, which is great to see. And I'm trading ES as the middle asset because it's overall weaker than YM being the lagging asset to catch up to NQ being the leading asset, right? And what's also great to see is when we created this SMT on NQ, we clearly fell to manipulated or consolidating. So it's great to see. So yeah, so I mean, this string switch second SMT should be the SMT or whatever to cap off the kilo to cap off the retracement here. And the displacement lower confirms that. So everything's valid. I mean, 1 hour 30 minute week V-shaped lower, created that clean V 3-minute CSD. So this high should hold if this S&P was gonna hold. So the 1 hour 30 minute is aligned, the 6 hours aligned, the daily is aligned, even the daily profile supports. Right. So I'm just assuming that we're gonna continue. This is the protraction stage. This is the expansion phase of the daily candle. So I'm assuming that we're gonna continue that expansion to reach this. What else? So yeah. Everything's aligned. You know, we got the string switch, S&P full. This is my model. This is exactly what I need. I see. So we really gotta see price V shape. We gotta fucking displace lower, bro. If we don't do that, we don't create this 5-minute CSD, then I'm probably cooked. Hopefully we do it in this candle. Yeah, but right now it's not looking good, Shay. It's not looking good. Oh, I'm lagging. Chocolate torch. I think it's pretty logical to assume that we're reaching for this low. No risk, no story. Gotta do it. There's nothing to it but to do it. I mean, I've been fucking tape reading pretty much in a way since what 8:30. So it's been about. I mean, it's only 2 hours. It's crazy. There's no way. Or no. It's since 5:30 my time, so it's been about 5 hours for me. So I'll just let this play. Should be good. YM being the lagging asset, right? Overall, the asset that's higher in the premium. So of course he's going to show more strength. It looks like. Do you want to catch up to NQ? That's interesting to see. It's great that we're showing some form of strength switching though. Man, I don't like how lethargic this is right now though. Really not that exciting. But my stop is in a very protected area, so once we open up at 130 in 4 minutes, I mean, I should be good. Should just expand. Got a new 90 minute can open as well. But yeah, we should be good. We're opening up within the line swing away from strength switch S&P fill, so this should be fun. I'm in it till I win it. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we take these highs out here. Respect me threshold. And then V-shape lower, courtesy ICC, right? Then I control my stop to the high. Just a little bit more. We create it here, I'll control my stop to the high. I'm just gotta fucking think lower. Don't like how we're opening up the new 90 minute candle right here. It's not gonna be clean. I have no hopes in this trade anymore. Of course. Yeah. You know, in a minute, so that doesn't matter. Care less what happens at this point. Looks like we might not fucking go lower. It's crazy. We gotta fucking go lower, like right when this 90 minute opens up. God damn it. YM, what the fuck? And it could happen. If we hold this, hopefully, okay, yeah, well, that's great. That's my day. It's trading for you. For no fucking reason at all. I'm gonna re-enter if it fucking holds this. Fucking dumbass PA. Oh well. Not even can open. Fucking dumbass fucking PA. Everything was valid. Gonna ask for a high probability sequence. I would take that literally every fucking time. Like, maybe I should wait for the 5 minute CST even though it doesn't matter. We have that string switch, S&P fill, V shape, clean V shape. The fuck, bro? Dumbass PA, honestly. strawberries. Shouldn't have been lost 3/4, right? Honestly, okay, fucking moves. Yeah, it was only $200. We're good. Doesn't matter. I could just tell based on how price was delivering after we recorded the CSD. It was so high res. Doesn't matter though. Could have still played out. The fuck, dude. Dude, it's gonna go. I guarantee you it's gonna go. Like, there's no doubt it's gonna fucking reach this level. It just depends on if I want to re-enter or not. I don't know if I want to. But I will bet $1 billion fucking dollars that it will. If I had $1 billion, I would bet it. If I had 10 bill, I would bet a bill that it would. So why not re-enter? If we hold the SMD, that is. If we hold this. Just like, this should have been high. There's no reason. It's pretty shitty that we're wanting to return a variable that, but we might form this here. Form an NQ. Oh, so we're holding that on yes. Watch it go lower now. Look at ours ass, of course. I'm gonna let this shit fucking bully me, bro. Maybe I should have kept my stop at the high. Doesn't matter though. Like, there was no reason to return back from to this range at OT like that. It's fucking stealing. You never see that in expansion bearish, like expensive markets. Definitely fucking, it's gonna do stop loss and take profit. Alright, I'm re-entering. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This looks actually clean, way cleaner V-shape. Look at that fucking V-shape, bro. I'm gonna get on the 3 minute first, actually. Better R, everything better. Yes, please. I honestly am okay with losing that right there. That'll be pretty much what I usually risk. So, just a re-entry. I'll lose many more risk if I lose again. Sakaguchi. Sakaguchi, baby. Just gotta wait. Okay, we didn't get the 5 minute. Good with the for the 3 minute. Don't run without me, I swear to God, I will rape your ass if you run without me. I swear to God. Better fucking not. Yeah, we're good. Alright. We're good. Simple reentry. We're losing technically 380 if I lose, or like 400 max. So that's I'm completely okay with that. This is fine. We're still in that. I'm not gonna let it fucking blow me like that. That's crazy that we literally edged my stop loss and then V-shaped lower again. The trade idea is still valid. So, and the fact that I'm like, realistically, if I do lose, I'm only losing like $80 more than I typically risk to like 380, right? Which I typically risk like 300. So I'm okay with losing again. The idea is still valid. It's just the new 9 minute can open. I mean, this is perfect. I'm still in them. I still can't. I mean, clearly, like, not like, come on, bro. We should fucking tank lower. Hopefully. But we're still in that strength switch. VS and full. Nice V shape away from it during the new 90 minute can open. That's pretty much why I got stopped out because I was entering late in the 90 minute can open. Or the 12 p.m. 90 minute can open. So again, I mean, the 1 hour tournament, the 6 hour, the dailies aligns. We have confirmation to Yasa Sync, right? Everything's valid. Fucking perfect. Come on. I'm still able to get that 3 hour as well. So this right here will fucking bring me back to where I was after losing yesterday, and then losing 200 bucks just now. Fucking bitch ass PA. Right, so that would put me at I don't know what this would be if I win, so I guess we'll find out. Risking, I don't know how much I'm risking, like 180, so 180 times 3 is 300 plus fucking 80 times 3 is 348, so 40. So yeah, bring me back to break even. Bring me back to where I was when I started this week. So it works. So we find something on Friday. So per re-entry, like fucking like perfect. Nice V shape. That fucking beautiful V shape. I love that. That is so good. So we just melt. Melt. Please melt. I honestly I can't believe that happened. I'm so mad. If I just kept my stop at the high. Was that greed? Was that emotional? I think that was valid though because that was the high that created the string switch. S&D fell. Or it was technically here, but we held it here. And then that's when we reshaped on all assets. So I mean this high should have held. Like that's crazy that we did that. But then we inevitably held the string switch S&D fill. And V-shape away from him. So we're still in there. We're still valid. Like this is exactly what you want to see. This V shape. That's all it has to do is reach this low. That's all it has to do. It's not that far. I mean, this looks like a good trade. If it doesn't hit, I don't know. I'm gonna go cry and go to bed. I'm gonna go fucking overdose on something. No, I'm sure. I'm gonna go kill myself now, but I would never. Nah, but I would laugh. I would literally laugh so hard and die from laughter because of how fucking retarded this shit would be if it comes back up. I would die from fucking exhaustion of laughter. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I swear, every time I work out, my mind just fucking. I lose brain cells. It's tanking. It's tanking. This is a good sign. This is a really good sign to see. Now we try to see shallow retracements. It's a really good fucking trade so far. Oh yeah, we're definitely reaching that, bro. Come on. I wish I fucking was not wish I didn't fucking get subbed up originally up here. Like there was, I mean, this just literally proves that it's always the fucking entry, bro. I swear, it's always the entry that is gay. Everything else is the directional bias. Everything is perfect. It's just the fucking entry. That's why I always fear it because it can be very ruthless, very unforgiving. But if I was still in the straight row up here, I would have dropped my stop to here, pretty much almost at half risk at that point, right? I mean, that would have been fucking great. I know that's why I would. I mean, that's fucking beautiful. Like from here to here. Yeah, pretty much half risk. I think I'm gonna reach this right away. I wouldn't want to see price come back up to here, so I'm gonna reduce that a little bit. But I can't go break even yet. I gotta wait for a CI, a CSD, CI, 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 CSD, CI, CISD. Inter kind of between us at the very. Alright, let's pray that we create a deep or shallow retracement. Probably a 50-minute gap here, so we might need to create that first. Stop is more than protected. So we might need to create this, unless we reach it right now. We might need to create this gap and create some form of SMT sequence within this gap and then V-shape lower than the 5 to 3 minute V-shape or 60 away from that would allow me to control my stop to break even. Another good thing to see is there's no early gap. So I mean, the early candle's gonna open up soon though. So like we're going all the way back up here. What the fuck is going on, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? I should bring it back up there. I just don't think that we should go back up there on the 3 minute, but the 5 minute kind of looks like. Yeah, I should keep words at it. Sure. Just gotta trust in it, bro. Just gotta trust in it. And it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Um, Crazy read fucking damage like this. I mean, you see all these motherfuckers that are taking crazy ass trades. They're fucking going crazy ham every day. Like, what the fuck can I? Why can't I do that? This is literally valid. You can ask for a better trade. So I mean, we can retest my entry. I just really don't want to fucking see price stay around there. Don't like how AYM is back below current low. We're in Q, YM as well. A little bit dangerous, but yes is. I mean, there's what are we risking away from? There's no reason to guard. So we shouldn't give a deep ass retracement. Gotta trust them. Just gotta trust me. I'm gonna reach for these lows on my daily profile doesn't support it though. That's what's fucking scary with it. Maybe we'll create that 6 HPSP as neutral. That'd be great. Hopefully, we create this game. So we really want this kind to close down here, bro. If we create the CICSD, it's really not going to be valid though, because it's not going to be away from anything. So I still can't break even. You have to wait for one of the assets to trade to that gap and then reshape lower. Though I really want to go break even. Seven minutes. I'm gonna go fucking pee. I mean, it's great that we're not manipulating higher, we're not V-shaping higher YM away from these lows, which indicates we might continue. Although the daily profile doesn't support. It's great to see. NQ as well. We'll see. NQ might turn this guy, while ES won't. We'll see. But I don't think I want to go break even trying to stop this gap because there is a reason to return back above it, above the CSD. You gotta let price breathe, you know. Especially during this time. This is too high probability for me to be scared about fucking being, taken out. So I'd rather get taken out at where I'm at right now than try my stop to here and then get taken out, and then price go and reach my take profit. Because I was not patient, pretty much. Definitely gonna create some before, I think. 4M or some shit. I don't know why, but that's what they say. When you're stressed or going through pain, time moves slower. I swear to God, bro, it's moving slow as hell. I swear this scanner was at 5 minutes left, fucking 15 minutes ago. This shit's taking forever. So yeah, we'll probably see price return back with a high. If not, then yeah, I mean we'll just go. We'll reach my take profit. What if we show no willingness to want to manipulate this high and we fucking go up to here? I'll probably just take off there, honestly. We might just fucking go, bro. You think I can open in 2 minutes, so yeah. Oh yeah, we're fucking reaching it, bro. We can definitely reach it. Dude, we're only at a minute and 30 seconds left. What? Yeah, notice how price is failing to create that 5-minute CSD. NQ's closer to the 15-minute gap to be closely. Did not. Okay, damn. That sucks. Whatever. So hopefully we create SMT fill with it. So either we create SMT fill with it, Or our price just fucking tanks lower. Either way. I want to see price go lower, so. But ideally, yes, doesn't take that out. And then all SSV shape. With that 5-minute CSD. Might I might even just go break even once we create that. New 30-minute can open those, so let price breathe. One's definitely not going to reach above that. We don't want to see it. So if we don't reverse away from this 15-minute gap, and say 30-minute consolidates till 2:30, or new 2 p.m. can open. Shit, okay. Not the 4 account was lined. Okay. Okay. Then I'll have to wait for this 30-minute gap to form before I control my stop to break even. Nevertheless, this range should hold. My stop is in OT, so we should be good as long as I get my stop there. Just gotta stay patient. Well, the print that we do roll over though. Just reach my take profit right away. That shit's boring. Play Clash of Clans. Okay, we should 2 hour. Something slower. Just gotta do it. You got this, Bryce. You got this. Low key though, I think I could probably try myself that to break even. I think that'd be kind of stupid to keep it where it is. Because this is the asset that shouldn't honestly head back above this high. If anything, NQ should. So I'm gonna do that. It would be stupid not to. It's crazy. Don't tell me it's gonna do that. It's really gonna come back up. I'll keep it here. I really care less about trying to here. Maybe price will take this high out, and then go lower. Let's see. At this point, though, it's stop as an OT. It shouldn't reach up. So whatever the fuck happens, bro. I mean, this is just fucking annoying, honestly. I feel like this would probably be like a day to target a 2RR. But I mean, this was a clear and obvious draw. It's pretty easy. Should reach it, but we'll see if we don't get stopped out at break even. I mean, that's crazy, dude. It ran literally 2.7 or 2.75. Like, we should not reverse higher here, so we know that it could take this high out to then go lower, but or maybe it holds this. Maybe it does. Maybe it does just fucking go lower. Maybe it's just monkeying around, doing whatever it wants to do. Whatever. We might create this 30-minute gap. Hopefully we create a shallow retracement into it. I'm not liking this, so I'm really mad that it's wanting to do this. It literally, it did that. Created the SMG fill in the 50-minute. Created the CICST. I mean, come on, bro. What the fuck is that? It should have just went. Why would it go higher now? Makes no sense. This is, it's just the correlated markets, and not supporting ES to go lower. YM is extremely bearish. Be way beyond current day low when we have that second straight profile. Yeah, so then NQ did just reach the CSD, whatever. But yeah, we might not go lower. Might just chop. It's 230. We'll see if we hold it though. Fucking, that would be legendary if we hold it. We V-shape lower, cut that CSD. Kind of want to move my stop back to where it was, and then let price breathe around here. See if it goes lower or not. Shows any willingness to want to, but especially once we create that 30-minute gap. But I don't know. We shouldn't reach above it, so as long as we stay around here, and then, or if we hold that 15-minute SMB fill. Sure we did. But I mean, this SMB fill already did its job, right? We created it V-shaped, but we failed to respect it, so it's probably not going to hold. There's no NQYM look as well, so I have no hopes that my take profit is going to get hit, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Never underestimate price. That's all I have to say. Okay, well, I had my fucking stream or my video paused. It ended up reaching my take profit, so we're good. I am Gucci. I'll be posting an end of day recap later tonight.